You're watching Twin Tiers Sunday with Renata Stiehl.
Hello and welcome to Twin Tiers Sunday. I'm Renata Stiehl with WENY HD News, and this week we are talking about an important program in our community. It's called Seniors Helping Seniors, and it is exactly that. Whether you're a senior who needs help in some way, whether it's yard work, whether it's cooking, maybe respite care, or you're a senior citizen who would like to, keep yourself busy and use some of your time by helping others. This is a great program. I'm joined here by Bob Raj, who's the owner of the local affiliate. Affiliate, is that the right word?
It's a franchise.
A franchise of Seniors Helping Seniors, and Michelle Keitler, who is with Client Relations. So I want to thank you both for joining us. And now,
Thank you.
Bob, I'll start with you. Seniors Helping Seniors is a national organization, but you're the owner of the local franchise. But fill us in on exactly what Seniors Helping Seniors is.
So this whole organization started by Kiran Yokam, who actually came from India, and in India for 14 years she worked with Mother Teresa. And through that learning experience, when she came here, and through her culture and the fact that she had worked so much with the elderly and the sick and the folks who needed help in India, she decided to continue that effort and work over here. So she started a business of taking care of the elderly, in-home care. And it turned out that that business was so successful that they decided to go national. So 4 years ago, they started putting up branches across U.S. And in 4 years, again, the concept has been so great and the need so great that they have moved into more than 200 locations in U.S.
Wow, and it really, I think it takes a special type of person to give yourself that selflessly and really truly want to help people and take a concept and run with it, and taking it from one person's experience and expanding it into such a large organization is a wonderful thing. And now you own this local franchise. What was it for you that you decided, this is something that I want to be a part of, I want to get involved and help people?
Certainly. I took care of my dad. He lived with us actually in this area. I've been in the southern tier, living in Elmira and Big Flats for 27 years. 13 years my dad lived with us, and I took care of him. He developed a lot of different issues and problems. He had spinal stenosis that led into Parkinson's disease and then dementia. And he had very bad circulation, so lots of different surgeries. So I had a first-hand experience of what it was like to be a caregiver and taking care of your parent, and also dealing with the hospitals and the pharmacies and the doctors and all the time that I had to work full-time and then take care of him and take care of his needs. So that was a first-hand experience for me, and I also experienced what was available, the services that were available. And then, unfortunately, he slipped and broke his hip and ended up in a hospital. And then after that, he was not really mobile. And so that was the time to take him to a nursing home. So again, I experienced the nursing home environment and what he went through those years. And that really, I felt that we could do better, that there is a quality that we could provide to give our senior citizens the respect they deserve, and also the quality of life that they deserve. That was my motivation for starting this business.
And now, Michelle, a lot of older people aren't lucky enough to have the support of their children and family members like Bob to rely on to, when they're in the home, provide for certain things. And now this Seniors Helping Seniors is a program that helps kind of fill that void.
Yes, we do. We know that there are lots of different experiences for families that they're going through. There are people who have their parents living here in the southern tier, they raise their children here, they have their homes here, they love to live here, but their children have moved on to other places. And their children care very deeply for their parents, but they're far away. They have their own lives, their own full-time jobs, their children to raise. And it's very nerve-wracking for them to know how mom or dad is doing, and just talking to them on the phone, just doing visits. You have families that may come for the holidays, but in between, for instance, Christmas and summer, a lot can change. And to not know what is going on in their lives other than what's on the phone. And oftentimes people like to downplay, oh, we're doing fine, everything's okay. Yeah, it's a little bit challenging, but we're okay. When really, they do need a little bit more.
Absolutely.
And we want to offer that reassurance to family members that we can be that other set of eyes when needed.
And whether it's something as simple as getting the lawn mowed, you know, maybe your mom or dad just can't do that for themselves anymore. You know, that's just one of the services that Seniors Helping Seniors can provide. So I can see how it can give family members peace of mind knowing that that assistance is there, and if the family members are far away, knowing that the help is available for their parent or their family member.
And the fact that we can do as much or as little as they need. Sometimes they don't need yard work 24/7 because of the weather, but they need something different every week. And we can do whatever it is that they need at that time. We can be very flexible.
Okay, and now Seniors Helping Seniors provides a multitude of different services. We're going to get into kind of the ins and outs of that and find out if you need help, how can you get it? And again, if you just want to get involved, maybe you have some help that you've been wanting to give, how you can learn more about that as well coming up in our next segment of Twin Tier Sunday, so please stay with us.
Twin Tier Sunday will return in a moment.
Hi, and welcome back to Twin Tier Sunday. I'm Renata Stiehl from WENY HD News. I'm talking with Bob Raj and Michelle Kyler with the local franchise of Seniors Helping Seniors. Now, we talked real briefly last segment about some of the services that they can provide, you know, yard work just being one of them, but there are many from housekeeping to meal preparations to transportation, maybe to doctor's appointments, as far as going as far as overnight care if that's needed. Michelle, both of you really deal hands-on with the clients that you serve, but let's talk about just some of the programs that you offer to seniors in the area.
Well, like I said before, we do as little or as much as somebody needs. If they just need light housekeeping, we can come and provide that. For some people, it's meal preparation and housekeeping, or a doctor's appointment comes up and they may have a family member normally take them, but that particular week it's just not going to work out. So we work very closely with our people who need the help to be as flexible as they need. We have a 2-hour minimum per visit, but that could be 2 hours in a month, it could be 2 hours in a day. We have people who have service 5 days a week, 3 days a week, once every 2 weeks. It really, truly is. We come in and help them with whatever it is that they need, while respecting that they're in their home, it's their home, and we want them to feel comfortable with the person who comes into their home and not feel that we're coming in and intruding, that we're working with them in partnership to fill in those gaps that they might need.
Absolutely.
So that's one of the things that is really important to us, is that to make sure that it's a right match. If you remember, I mentioned that the quality of the service is really important to us, and part of that quality is to ensure that the person who's providing the care is going to be a good match for the person who's receiving it, so that they can have a conversation. That's the reason we hire seniors, so that they can relate better with the seniors who are receiving the care, and also to hopefully they become friends down the line, and so it makes it enjoyable, so that they can have a conversation, meaningful conversation, while providing the service.
Right, and a lot of seniors, maybe they're not able to drive anymore, maybe they are homebound, and that person may be some of the only socialization that they get that week. So I can see how not only is it good for them getting the things done that they need, but it's good to, have some human interaction and have some, real conversation with someone.
Right. But another aspect is for them to feel secure is that we are very, very selective on the type of people and the personalities that we select to join our team, but also we do a full background check on them, both state, federal, county, and we also are bonded and insured. So we cover all the bases. So the senior citizens who receive our services don't have to worry about their security or who is entering their home.
Absolutely. Michelle, you're very selective about the seniors that you're choosing to send into these people's homes.
Oh, absolutely. Not only do we want to provide excellent service, but we want people to feel secure in their homes. We want people to feel that they have the assuredness that they can not have to worry about people coming in and moving things around as they're cleaning and things like that.
And so you mentioned, Bob, that they do go through background checks, and now, now we talked about the seniors who will be providing these services, but for a senior who calls your office and says, you know, I would really need some help with some cooking or maybe some personal care, what's the process that they go through to get these services set up?
Well, it really depends on who makes the call. Sometimes it is a senior making the call. Sometimes it's a family member who's calling, who may be out of state. One person called us from Mexico and said, I'm really concerned about my parent. We get calls from doctor's offices, from Office of Aging, so it really depends on who makes that initial call. And we really try to do more listening than talking, because we want people to tell us, this is my story, this is my need, this is my concern. And by listening to what they have to say, we can say, well, this is who we are and this is how we can help you. And from there, we set up doing an in-home assessment, and there's no charge for the assessment. The assessment, it covers many things. It covers both us getting to meet that person, so we really get to know what their personality is, know what their concerns are, so they get to know who we are, so we're not just strangers coming into their home. We like to get to know their personality so that when we make a match with provider, that it's a good match, that we don't want to put in a very talkative, boisterous person with a person who's very, very quiet. They're not going to feel comfortable with that. And from there, we set up a plan for services, and we move on from there.
And so, Bob, both of you mentioned how you really take the time to create a match for these people so that they're comfortable having these people come into their home and do what they need to do.
Yes, indeed. And by the way, that initial assessment is absolutely free. So we don't charge the clients for going in and finding out what their needs are.
And now when they do, you do come to an agreement that these services will be provided, that's something that you work directly with the client to set up, you know, a cost for that. There's no like flat fee, you know, everything's kind of different there.
That's correct.
Okay, and well, when we come back, we're going to continue our conversation about seniors helping seniors, more about the programs. And again, if you need help personally, if you're a family member watching this program and, you know, just have some questions or want to get some help for your family member or loved one, we're going to have that information for you. So please stick around. You're watching Twin Tier Sunday.
Twin Tier Sunday will return in a moment.
Welcome back to Twin Tier Sunday. I'm talking with Bob Raj and Michelle Kyler with Seniors Helping Seniors. We've been talking about some of the different programs and services that they provide to seniors who maybe need a little assistance in the community. And Bob, we were just talking during the break just about how the needs of the senior community are just going to get greater as time goes on, as the population you know, continues to age over the next couple of decades.
Yes, yes. So it's a known fact by the census that the ages of 65 plus, their population is going to double by 2030. And ladies over age 75, half of them are living alone. Folks over age 65, 30%, men and women, live alone, and no one's there to really live with them and take care of them. And the statistics, again, like 85 plus, there are right now about 4 million of them, And by 2030, there's going to be 9.6 million people who are over 85 plus. And what is really important is that the growth rate in this population right now, from now till 2030, averages about 2.8% for the people over the age 65. Now, the people in the age range from 40 to 55 who's going to be taking care of them, their population is only going to grow 0.8%. It means that this gap is going to widen, and the people who are going to be able to take care of their older parents is going to shrink, and that is going to be a huge need in a community. Fact is, in our community in Chemung County or in the state of New York, again, the census data shows that the younger generation, people ages 20 to 45, 50, they are leaving the state. Particularly the younger they are, the more a percentage of them are leaving the state. But the older parents, in our county, who have retired, who have their own church, their friends, their house, and they stay behind because they want to retire and live in this community. So we know that actually the percentage of the 65 years and older in our community is going to be very high percentage down the line, in around 17%.
And now it seems like some of the services that you provide could really make the difference between an individual being able to continue to live independently and having to go into, say, a nursing home or an assisted living facility.
Absolutely, and that's what we want to do. We want to keep people in their homes as long as possible. So many people, when they do go into a nursing home, they don't necessarily need to be there. It's just that they have some needs that they're having trouble getting met by staying in their home. So we hope to provide a stopgap, if you will, and keep them in their homes as long as they can be there.
Yeah, and we've spent a lot of time talking about the people who can benefit from these services, but we also want to talk about if you're a senior and you say, hey, I'm retired, but, I'm still pretty able-bodied. I've got a lot of, support that I can give. I've got no reason not to help out. You, like as we mentioned, you really help make a good match for the people that you're serving, but you don't have to necessarily commit to a whole lot of time if you're someone that wants to help out. Kind of talk about how you kind of figure out if you're someone who wants to participate and give these services, how you kind of set that up.
Well, we're very different in that we don't have traditional employment and that we hire for 20 hours a week or 40 hours a week. We know that people who are seniors may only still want to do something, but may only want to work 10 hours a week. What we do is we ask providers, first of all, what do you like to do? If somebody says, I can't cook to save my life, well, we're not going to ask them to go and help somebody with cooking. That's what I mean by making that good match. We ask them, when are you available? We have people who say, my husband's still working, he works night shift. Does anyone need any help at night? Yeah, people need help at night. So we have people who do actually work full-time. We have some who say, I'm only available Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Do you have anything for me? So we consider the people who work with us to be just as much people we care about as the people we're providing services for. And we have the best providers, the most compassionate, caring, fun, energetic, great people. I'm very inspired by the people we have working for us. They touch my heart when I see what they do and how much they care about the people that they're working with.
And we were talking off camera how some of your matches have really blossomed into great friendships and relationships.
They have. We love when we talk with our providers and they say, well, I'm going to go over to so-and-so's. And, oh, you are? And we didn't know you were. No. I want to go say hi. We're going to go out and we're going to get together again. We have people who, because they have such compassion for other people, things will come up last minute and they'll step in and help, and then they'll call us. Have you heard from her? How is she doing? Yeah. It's just amazing to see how much they care. It's not just a job for them. They really, really want and enjoy being with the people that they're working with.
Absolutely, and unfortunately we're getting close on time, so of course we want to let people know if you're someone who's in need, if you're a family member who say, hey, mom could really use some help around the home and I'm just not here to give it to her, or you're someone who's retired and you want to give back, you want to spend some time helping someone, Bob, how can they contact your Office for Seniors Helping Seniors to find out more?
So our phone number is 607-398-0188. Again, 607-398-0188. And either me or Michelle will answer the call, and we'll be more than happy to help out any which way we can.
And do you have a website as well for our viewers who are tech savvy?
Certainly. It's supersenior.com. It's super-senior.com.
Okay, and now, of course, we hope that you took something away from this and know that there are services and programs out there available to help you, whether you just need a little bit of help or, even if you just have some questions. Maybe if Seniors Helping Seniors isn't, you don't necessarily need the help, but if you have some questions, I'm sure you can help point them in the right direction where they can get those answers.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
So what we do actually, we work very closely with the Office of Aging, with the American Cancer Society, with the Alzheimer's Association, with the area hospitals, with the caseworkers and the case managers and the social workers at the hospitals, and the senior centers. So we have a very good idea of what the services in the area are, and we would try to help as much as we can with any kind of questions that you may have.
Wonderful. Well, Bob and Michelle, thank you so much for coming on the program to talk about your agency, and thank you for joining us. Again, we hope you took something away from our episode today. And again, if you have any more information for Seniors Helping Seniors, we've got that information for you on our screen. We hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you for watching Twin Tier Sunday.